It's time for us all to get real. What's going on in Ukraine should be a wake-up call for us all. For far too long now, we've been obsessed with microaggressions, historic wrongs, unconscious bias, and whether or not primary school children have been born into the wrong body. These are the kind of things that you can worry about in society when you have nothing else on. But we have got a lot on at the moment, a heck of a lot. The war in Ukraine doesn't appear to be coming to an end anytime soon, and the risk of escalation is massive. We have a cost of living crisis that's set to plunge people into poverty. Potentially, millions of people will have to choose whether to heat or eat. War hammers home what's really important: national security and money. We've weakened ourselves with internal issues, tearing at the very fabric of our society. Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine and Nicola Sturgeon apologised to dead witches. For goodness sake, we need to wake up and focus on the bigger issues. I can't help but feel like our radar is all off. For example, we're hiring diversity officers in the NHS at the same time as having record waiting times. It just feels like we're missing the point, doesn't it? I think we've been burying our heads in the sand for a very, very long time. We've sleepwalked into a situation where we handed our manufacturing to China, weakened our armed forces, made several disastrous foreign policy decisions in the Middle East, allowed China to cultivate huge amounts of soft power all over the world, especially in Africa, given Russia the capacity to essentially turn our gas off. We've rendered ourselves vulnerable, and we've made ourselves look vulnerable as well. And while we've been talking about overturning the results of a democratic referendum and watching a load of unemployed nutters glue themselves to a motorway, our enemies have been plotting. I'm convinced that we're witnessing the shifting of the world order, a kind of great reset, in a way. And if we don't get a grip, then we could be left behind. While we've been pontificating about witches, struggling to define what a woman is, and being lectured on insulation by a man who hasn't even insulated his own home, it appears we've taken our eye off the ball and got the basic stuff wrong. Our borders have become a joke. We're possibly about to reduce our military to its smallest level since 1714. Millions of people are struggling to get basic healthcare treatment, and our education system has become a hotbed of childhood indoctrination. We have to get a grip now, before it's too late.